Well, good afternoon to you. Welcome back. And as you can see out there, you can see some few cirrus clouds kind of working through the area. Brisky conditions or brisk conditions out there right about now. Temperatures holding on to 67 degrees by the 1 o'clock hour, turning to 70 by at least 3 o'clock. Upper 60s as you go into the 5 o'clock hour with partly cloudy skies. And then we increase the clouds on you. I showed you that earlier this morning. As you get into it now, you're going to be looking at these winds to pick up at least up to 25 miles per hour. You can see some locations will even push that even farther as we go through the day. La Crosse is going to be looking at conditions to be at least up to 25 to 27 miles per hour, possibly picking up as we go deeper into the evening hours. But you're seeing some of the winds are going to back off coming up from the southeast. That being said, we roll right into how this all looks. You have this cloud cover that's kind of wisping by right now. That's what you're experiencing as we go in the next few hours. Then we increase the clouds as we finish out the afternoon, going into 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock with mostly cloudy skies on the way for us, with temperatures still holding on to the 70s. Then we begin to back off, getting into 7 o'clock. We're also holding on to conditions in the middle 60s for you. And then eventually, by the time we get into 9 o'clock, going to 10 o'clock, you're looking at conditions to be just starting to get a little bit cool. All right, so what's happening? This huge ridge of high pressure continues to build in now. Eventually, it's going to drop in on us. In fact, we're going to be holding on to those temperatures warming up for tomorrow as well. Dry conditions coming out of the Gulf, and that continues to extend up to us as well, with a little weak humidity kind of falling short just once you get to somewhere around New York. But we're still getting some of that heat still holding on to our locations, enough to get us all the way into above seasonal average temperatures to finish out the work week. I should say going into the next couple of days, then we go back to seasonal average temperatures, which means, of course, with all that wind and, of course, the heat, that adds into fire danger as we have this continuing on up to high fire danger still holding on for La Crosse. In fact, we'll also be seeing, as we roll right into it, the possibility there's snow coming out of portions of Canada, and eventually this moisture coming out from the west is going to continue to push closer to us. We get into Tuesday with a slight chance of rainfall going into the overnight hours. Then once we get deeper into Wednesday, most of that rainfall begins to collapse, getting into the northwestern portion of the Wisconsin, then getting down to La Crosse once we get again into the afternoon. Then once we go deeper into the evening, well, these winds are going to start to pick up even more so, and we're going to see a little thunderstorm activity, maybe some moderate conditions to thunderstorm activity starting to work closer to us as we go into it. Most of it starts to sneak a little bit more to the east as it continues on, and as you look a little bit farther up to the north, up by I-94, well up above I-94, snow is beginning to be a part of the forecast. You've seen the 70s widespread there with some upper 60s in your forecast here as well. As we take it into the next couple of days, it's going to be warmer. Take a look at this as we go through daylight saving time is on the way. You're also going to be seeing the possibility of conditions for November 3rd working into the forecast where you turn the clocks back an hour. So we gain an hour of sleep. You're talking about 6:44 in the morning, and then sunset is about 4:51, and that means more morning light and less in the evening. We also have the winter solstice working into the forecast where you have December 21st, where you're picking up again the shortest day, and that is on again as we roll right into the forecast. You're looking at conditions to play out like this going into 70s and 80s. We'll pick up more of these as we go right into Wednesday, with winds continuing through Thursday. Dry on Friday with more rainfall on the way for your weekend.
All right, we got a tank just in time for trick-or-treating, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit. There's also potential for a slight chance of thunderstorm activity coming in for that Wednesday. So bear in mind that there's a possibility of maybe a weak severe weather forecast.
All right, we know you'll be tracking it for us.